Greetings, Ventures. This is Lorne, your guild advisor, and welcome to the Advisor Lorne room tour collection special, I guess. I said I'd be doing this to make up for the 10k sub video I never did, and to also celebrate the occasion of my birthday. Technically, it's tomorrow, but this video will be uploaded the day of my birthday. So that's that. And this is going to be pretty casual, just me showing off the stuff in my room and me talking about a number of things in my room. And if you see anything that you want me to talk about, I'll keep that in mind. Just comment that below. Like if you see a series or game or manga, whatnot, that I have that you're interested in me talking about, I'll take that as a suggestion for a possible future video. So keep that in mind as I go through my room. It's gonna be really casual as I do this, guys. So I've actually shown this off in a few past videos, but this wall scroll right here with Artemis and Ryu is a pre-order bonus if you pre-order from a specific store in Japan for the limited edition of the DanMachi movie. So that was a pretty high cost to import the limited edition by itself, and also pay for the advanced shipping to get this to me as well. But it has Artemis and Ryu on it, so I had to have it. And this is kind of set up sneakily because you only see this wall scroll if I actually close the door to my room. And here is a t-shirt for Falcom's 40th anniversary. That's a video game company, a very niche video game company. You've heard that it's The Legend of Zelda's 35th anniversary this year. It was Mario's 35th last year. Falcom's game company has been out for 40 years, but not too many people, it's not mainstream, not many people know about Falcom games, but they are among my favorite games that I've played. And of course, the main attraction is, of course, this part right here, which I feature in most of my light novel review videos, my shelf. And here's what's above the shelf. Some of you guys may not have seen this. And this is like my prized possession, pretty much, guys. This is a poster of Ryu, and this was given out from a contest that Crunchyroll Games held when they were still handling the distribution of DanMemo in North America and global. And this specific poster of Ryu, I believe it's a one-of-a-kind, and it's also been signed by Ryu's voice actress, Sayori Hayami. That's her signature right there. This is pretty much my most prized possession because, I would value this more than a $2,000 computer, because this is something that you pretty much cannot replicate. And then with a computer part, you can buy that. There's tons of those. Well, maybe not right now in the current market, but you know what I mean. Here at the top of the shelf, we have the DanMachi Season 1 Limited Edition, Season 2 Limited Edition, Survivatory Limited Edition, and then the Import Special Edition of the DanMachi movie. We got some nice standees of Ryu, Belle, Artemis. This Ryu plush was actually a gift from one of my viewers. I'm very thankful for that. This Eyes figure is like a prize figure, so it's a cheaper one. Of course, I think it's more expensive nowadays because it's not exactly something you can get now. I didn't opt for the scale figure because those cost over $100 in some cases. That's an acrylic version of one of the Christmas Ryus, and that's the acrylic movie Ryu from DanMemo. And of course is the light novel collection, DanMachi main series. This is where I'd put volume 16 if I had it! If I had it! I don't know what's going on. I said this before, but rightstuffanime.com, I love the website. I love how they ship their items, because I never have any problems with them. With Amazon, I've sometimes had spine damage or a bent cover, and that's really annoying. It may not seem like that big of a deal, but if I just wanted to read a book, I would just buy it digitally. There's a reason why I buy physical books, and it's partly for the collection purpose. So if I get it shipped and there's a damage to the spine or a bend in a corner, it's super annoying. So I appreciate Rights of Anime for that. But I've had DanMachi Volume 16 pre-ordered almost since they put the listing on the website, and it still hasn't shipped for me yet. And part of me assumed that maybe they're just waiting to bundle a bunch of my orders together and send it all at once. But I ordered some other light novel by itself after that, and they just shipped that right away by itself. So I have no idea what's going on right now. Anyway, rant over. Here's the Survivatory collection, Family Chronicle episode Ryu, and then all the episode Ryu manga. There is room for volume 16. I'll just have to basically move this import version of episode 3 out of the way and just like maybe push it to the back, because there's additional space behind these books. Like the way I have them displayed is so the covers of my favorite volumes are being displayed right now, but I could easily just turn this around to make more room when more Danmachi light novels come out. Here's ReZero, one of my favorite series. I got an Echidna acrylic figure right here. Got all the EX volumes. The Empty Box and Nazareth Maria is a very niche series. It's not underrated, but it's very much undernoticed. I was very surprised when Yen Press picked this series up because it was already fully done in Japan. There wasn't ever like an anime adaptation, and yet Yen Press still picked it up and released the entire thing. It was very surprising because there was already like a full translation for the entire set of 7 novels. So I feel like someone at Yen Press must have been like passionate about this series to get it officially licensed. So I have all the books. Here's volume 1 of Wandering Witch Elena, Grimgar, Fantasy of Ash. I'm gonna need like more shelf space at some point, so for some series I kind of just buy the first volume just to have it, and then the rest maybe just buy it physically or digitally, because I am running out of room. Bottom part of the shelf here, lots of art books, especially related to video games. This one's the Xenoblade 1 Definitive Edition art book. This is a special Xenoblade 2 art book I had to import. Here's the big Persona 5 art book. Here's the Art Disorder Toria art book, and I showed it off one of my videos before. There's a special small story at the end of this art book that has something cool about Otaro. And lots of stuff back here, more art books from like various video game limited editions. Here's the sort of online art book, the first one by Abeshi. I love the SAO light novel art style a lot. And again, here's some like smaller art books from video games. There's art books for Monogatari. That one's featuring Hambaru. Other shelf, we have some more figures here. We got Rem, Echidna, an acrylic figure of Fuka from Tomazaki, Shinon's GGO outfit, and then her real life form Shino. We got Iroha from Origaru, and then my favorite Monogatari character, Kambaru. And then here is the Haruhi Suzumiya series. And these books, because this is a very old, I shouldn't say very old, but one of the first light novel series that got really popular. And before the reprints happened, like less than a year ago, these were really hard to come by, but I had them for a very long time. There's that one lone Sound Euphonium light novel book that Yen Press released, and they haven't released the other ones, which is kind of frustrating because we don't know when KyoAni is going to be making more Sound Euphonium. It was announced at the end of the last Sound Euphonium movie. We have no idea, but it'd be really cool to get more light novels out there. But yeah, this is the hardcover of the current Haruhi Suzumiya book that came out like 8 years after the last entry. So it's crazy that Haruhi Suzumiya actually came back. Here is Volunteer Character Tomazaki, the series, volumes 1 through 6. 6.5 comes out later this week on Tuesday. This is an imported copy of the spin-off featuring Mimimi, one of the characters in Tomazaki. And then what I have in the front here is a special edition of Volume 7, the limited edition from Japan. This is a limited edition cover, and Yen Press doesn't really publish the limited edition covers of their light novels, if they have any. Sword Toria has a couple limited edition covers, but we don't see the artwork in the English books. We just have the standard one. So that's why I decided to get this, because we're likely not going to get this cover in the standard release anywhere on there. And plus Fuka's my favorite character, so of course I had to have this. And then a lot of you might recognize these are 2 Monogatari box sets. This is the first season, second season. I did not buy the final season box set yet. It is a bit expensive, and plus, guys, I don't have room for it. But I enjoyed that series a lot. Here is the Aobuta series, Rascal Does Not Dream of a Bunny Girl Senpai, but Volume 5 should be right here. I think that's another thing that hasn't shipped out to me yet. Eagerly waiting for that. Here's some Origami novels. I kind of like been progressively collecting them over I kind of like sometimes add them as like the last novel I need to get the free shipping for some orders. So, but I had to get volume 10.5 because it has my favorite character Iroha on the front. Here's the Classroom of the Elite light novel series. I haven't actually touched this series yet in terms of the light novel form. I heard the anime adaptation like took some scenes of other characters and gave them to Horikita for some reason, so at some point I'll be starting this series from the beginning and reading it, because a lot of people really love this series. Here's the first volume of Mushoku Tensei. I really enjoyed the anime. I would order some more of the volumes, but I think it was it volume 2? 7 Seas recently, like since the anime gave the series a lot of attention. There were some passages in Mushoku Tensei, the light novels. Some passages were like just taken out, and 7 Seas got called out on that, and now they're going to be releasing like revised versions of the book. So when that happens, I'll probably look into actually ordering more of those. Here's The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten. At some point, I'll start this series. I know some people like this a lot. When Yen Press held a panel about it, they said it reminded them of Tomozaki, and I really liked Tomozaki, so I figured this is something I should check out. Here's The Detective Has Already Died. The anime is going on right now. I know some people aren't happy with the anime adaptation as of right now, so I've only watched the first episode and I enjoyed it, but I think I might just read the light novels for now and then see how people think about the anime by the time it ends. Here's The Devil is a Part-Timer. I really want to catch up on the light novel series because I like Season 1 so much. I've only read Volume 3 so far post-anime, but he announced a second season recently, which is nuts to think about because it's been so long. Here's the Konosuba novels, the Megumin spin-off, Bo 40 light novels, 86. This is where I'd have Volume 3, if Bright Stuff would send it to me. I know I actually ordered most of these books right before the anime started airing, and I got like Volumes 2 through 7 in a shipment like last month without 3. So I'm like, what is it about Volume 3 where they couldn't send that one? I have no idea. Here's all the SAO novels released so far. Besides like the GGO series, I only have volume 1 of that. But I have all the SAO series that have been released so far, including Progressive, and I really enjoy Progressive. Here's Origami. So with light novels, I organize them left to right, because because they publish the light novels left to right when you read. Like you turn the page normally. And then with manga, you read the other way around. You read right to left. So that's why the manga, I organize right to left as numbering goes. And you might be wondering where the heck Volume 2 through 6 is. The thing is, since Origami Season 1, the anime adaptation kind of ends at Volume 6, I started reading from Volume 7 and so forth. And I never really got the first volumes, only have Volume 1 because that came in the Loot anime box. Here's the Ancient Magus Bride manga series I really love. Here's some Laid Back Camp. And here's the 2 Act Age volumes that I have. This is a weird one to talk about. Like, I got these specifically because I knew they would be extremely hard to get, because the manga author got arrested and admitted to some really weird stuff. You guys can look that up. But Act Age is from a manga author and manga artist pair, so I felt really bad for the female artist that was part of this, because she had nothing to do with what the writer of the manga was doing. You're never going to see like the Act Age like reprinted ever again. The manga got canceled, so it was a really unfortunate situation, but I wanted to have these 2 volumes for collection purposes, just to remember it. And then here's one of my favorite series, Bloom Into You. Here's the manga 1 through 8, so it's a shorter manga in terms of how long it lasted, but it's not like it got like cut because it was doing badly. It just ended the story where it wanted to, which is sometimes rare, because some series like just keep dragging on and on and on because they want to just prolong the series as much as they can to milk the cow, I guess. But this had a very good pacing and then just ended perfectly. And besides the manga, there's the Regarding Saiki Saika light novel series, just 3 novels detailing one of the other characters, apart from the main 2 and Bloom Into You, which are really good reads as well. Here's the limited edition of the anime. I really love the box art for it. It's great. It's fantastic. And here's another Yuri-centric light novel series that I need to start at some point, Adachi and Shimamura. Here is an art book for Iroha by the character illustrator of the light novel series, Ponkan 8. And behind it is something suspicious about Iroha. There's a dojin, and I can't show that. And this is Higehiro. The anime ended last season. It was basically a full adaptation, though it skipped a character from Volume 3. I thought it was a decent adaptation overall, but it was missing some of the nicer, fluffy moments from the light novel series. And I want to say I saw that the light novel series got licensed as well, but I'm a bit more unclear on that. But this is the entire imported series plus the side stories light novel. So the series is 5 novels altogether plus 1 side story novel. This is a quintuplets character book, this one featuring Nina, which is my favorite quintuplet of the 5. Here's the Weathering With You light novel, the I Want to Eat Your Pancreas light novel, the Chiaya Furu limited edition Blu-ray box set, and then the Agent Mega's Bride box set. And here's We Never Learn. Fumino is my favorite character from that series, so I'm going to be getting like the covers of the manga that involve her. Ruby, the Ruby Rose compilation booklet. Otakoi, Durarara. This is another series that is apparently really good and I need to read. Like, I have a lot of stuff that I have bought and just haven't like opened up and read yet. So yeah, Reign of the Seven Spellblades, Boogie Pop, some Kingdom Hearts books. I enjoyed the video game series. And Nier Automata, one of my favorite games ever. And now we go here. Lots of posters. You have Glare on Sakura from Fate. There's Silent Voice or Going no Katachi. There's Grimgar. Really love this series. This poster is from the limited edition. And the texture on the poster is really cool. It's like a waxy feeling, which is very unique. And the art style is just great. And of course, there's the Fate poster with Saber Sakura-rin. There's Shinon in her soulless form from Sword Art Online. There's Lena from 86. Eyes, of course, from Danmachi Nino. And then this part here is like the group pictures with like some Yuri-esque pairings. Nadeshiko and Shimarin from Yuru Camp. Kumiko and Reina from Sound Euphonium. And we have Fuka and Kukuru from an anime airing right now called Aquatope. That's a PA Works series, and I really love PA Works stuff, and this is like part of their Working Girl series, and they're all pretty solid, especially Shirobako. So, and so far, Aquatope's been really good. The backgrounds are absolutely beautiful. If you want to see like an anime with beautiful backgrounds, you cannot go wrong with PA Works, and also like just some like menial interactions in life, and they just do a really good job with that. And I have to have this really awesome Digimon poster, because Digimon's very important to me growing up with it, and I just love this poster that they made for it. And then we go here to the other shelf with mostly figures. We got Kyo from Fruits Basket. It had an amazing adaptation over the past 3 years and ended on a really high note, and Kyo is my favorite character from that. And I have kind of a cool setup here where I have Taki and Mitsuha from Your Name figures with the limited edition of the movie behind them. I apologize to Taki because I got this scale figure for Mitsuha, but I only bothered to get the Nendoroid for Taki, so it's kind of out of place. I made up for it with Hodoka and Hina from Weathering With You. And this is the limited edition that comes with a 4K Blu-ray, which I've yet to watch on my PS5, which is actually Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray capable. This is a big scale figure Cordelia from Fire Emblem Awakening. This was actually a gift from one of my friends for a past birthday, and I really love it. Very good taste and character design being showing those armpit. Here's Lucy from Fairy Tail, Maki from Love Live, Mori Echidna, Ochiko from Boku no Hero. There's a Luna, just randomly, like a bunch of anime stuff, and then here's a Luna from Harry Potter, and Luna's my favorite character from Harry Potter. And there's Nadeshiko and Shimarin again, Nendoroids. Echidna once more, Fumino. Ruby, Haruka or Mei from Pokemon, Lily from Pokemon Sun and Moon, and more limited edition box sets. There's Nozaki-kun, No Game No Life, Grimgar quintuplets, Violet Evergarden, and I have the movies in there as well that I put in there. Here's Steins Gate's Zero's limited edition, and then just a standard Blu-ray box set of the first season, and then the movies behind there. Here's ReZero's limited edition. I'm eagerly awaiting when they're going to release the season 2 stuff. The limited edition for season 1 is really weird because they had this big box, and then this thing right here is just an empty filler box that contain like the art book and then the pillowcase cover and some bookmarks, but it's just too big. Like there's nothing here. There's nothing in here. It's just empty space. So I guess I could put season 2 stuff in there if it doesn't get its own special edition. We'll see. And here's Code Geass, one of my favorite series. It's one of my first anime, and I still think it holds up. So if you guys haven't checked it out, Code Geass is great. I really like the dub. I know some people don't like English dubs, but I think this is definitely one of the better ones. Johnny Young Bosch does an amazing job as Lelouch, and if you guys mainly watch sub stuff, you might recognize Johnny Young Bosch as the voice actor for Nero in Devil May Cry. And he was also Adam in Power Rangers. if you're old as me, if you recognize that. Here's A Lull in the Sea, Nagano Asakawa, another PA Works anime that I really love. This is like the first anime special edition I ever bought, and it was worth every cent. Haikyuu 3rd season limited edition, amazing. I think the 3rd season is the best, but they kind of poured everything they could into the 10 episode run they had for season 3. And Norigami, Arigoto, and then season 1 standard editions behind that. Then we move over to my miserable bed. There's that ReZero pillowcase I was talking about. There's Rem on there, and then Amelia's on the back. That is a Miyuki Shiba Dakimakura Miyuki from Mahoka. Mayumi is actually my favorite character, but I didn't really like any of the Mayumi designs for the Dakimakuras, so I got Miyuki. Her voice actress is Sayori Hayami, and again, Hayami is the voice actress for Ryu from Danmachi, and I love a lot of the characters she voices. Also Shinobu from Demon Slayer. Here at the very top of these shelves, we have a lot of my swimsuit figures. You got Sugaha and Yuki from SAO. You got Kato from Saikano. A Fate Zero Saber swimsuit figure. The Fate Zero version of Saber is like my favorite character design for it because I just love the ponytail and then the suit look. And then there's Shinon, my favorite SAO character. We got Tifa from FF7, Aqua from Kingdom Hearts, Kairi, her Kingdom Hearts 3 design. There's a Funko Pop of Dark Aqua because I wanted Dark Aqua something, and that's the only figure that Dark Aqua has from Kingdom Hearts. Shion, plushies for Callie and Mari from Splatoon. I got these plushies when I went to New York to the Nintendo store. Here's a Yarn Yoshi amiibo. Here's White Cat from Ys 9, and Ys is one of those series that Falcom makes. I mentioned Falcom earlier. Here's a bunch more amiibos: Fire Emblem, Rosalina, Inkling, Corrin, Lucina from Fire Emblem, Samus, Joker, Cloud. I'm excited for a Sephiroth amiibo, and then a Pyra and Mithra amiibo, Rosalina, Palutena, a bunch of Zelda amiibo over here. Zelda's one of my favorite series. Here's Figma's female Corrin and Lucina, and then more video game special edition boxes: Fire Emblem, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, the original Wii U version, Persona 5, the very expensive white box edition for Nier Replicant. We got Xenoblade 2 Special Edition, and then the definitive edition of Xenoblade 1. Limited edition of Ys 8, Lacrimus of Dana. This is a kind of awkward special edition for Ys 9 because I think the cover they made is a bit maybe too big because it doesn't press against the front here as much as would like to because it's kind of blurred out. When you press it against, you see the characters a bit more clearly. There's a Mishi plushie, and that's the mascot for Falcom. A nice little Adol figure from the Ys 9 limited edition. Here's the Legend of Heroes series. This is mainly a Cold Steel 1 for the Vita, and then they re-released the games for PS4, Cold Steel 1 and 2. And there's the Cold Steel 3 and 4 limited editions. I don't know why I keep boxes like this, but I do. Like, there's my CPU cooler, my Razer mouse, these elusive Joy-Cons that some people were having trouble getting. For release of Zelda Skyward Sword, released the Zelda Joy-Cons. A nice little Zelda style wireless controller, GameCube style for the Switch. Really, PS5 box. I'm still amazed I got one. Like, I tried really hard. So I shouldn't say I'm amazed, because I tried really hard to get it, like, constantly stalking, like, Walmart forums, Twitter posts, trying to get it. So I shouldn't say I'm surprised, because I tried really hard to get it, and I got it. There's the Cold Steel 4 poster that came from limited edition. This one I had to order separately for Cold Steel 3, because they had it on the NIS America store. There's a Zelda Majora's Mask poster. Well, one of my favorite Zelda games. I really love, like, all the purple in here. Purple's one of my favorite colors. There's a Tifa and Makoto from Persona 5 artwork that I bought from an artist store. Nier Replicant poster, East 8 poster. You saw the limited edition earlier. And you guys might be wondering what the heck this cord setup is. This is for VR, basically. I have an Oculus Quest 2, so it's capable of doing just wireless communication with my computer, but I don't think my router is the best. So it's better to just have a direct connection with the cable for when I do the more graphically intensive games like Skyrim VR. And plus, because it is wireless, if I just use that, I'd probably get 2 hours max out of it. So for a longer session, it's definitely helpful to have something plugged into the computer so it can last a lot longer. And now we're going to finally get into some games. Here's the PS3. I set this up after Sony said they were taking down the PS3 and Vita store in the summer, and then they decided not to. But during that, I set the PS3 up and bought a bunch of PS3 games that I wanted to actually get just to make sure I had them. Here I had some other games. Here's Bofuri, limited edition for the anime. So the way I'm trying to treat this top shelf is to basically have stuff that I'm currently wanting to play or in the progress of playing. So rewatching Bofuri in Blu-ray quality. Here's Ratchet & Clank for PS3, though I just kind of have this here because it's the one PS3 physical game I kind of have. Here's PS4 games. Neo, The World Ends With You. This is next on the playlist for me personally. It's the sequel to a game that I really, really love, and it was surprising that they got a sequel announced and it's finally out. I need to get to playing it. Nier Replicant, I played that earlier. I plan to platinum it at some point because I already did one of the harder trophies to get. FF7 Remake, that came out last year. Played through the intermission earlier when it came out, and that's something else I want to play through hard mode on. Scarlet Nexus, I'm about to beat this game. I'm on the last chapter, though there is a second playthrough you can do with the other character. But after I beat Scarlet Nexus for the first time, that's me wanting to get into Neo. Here's a bunch of video game soundtracks and CDs from either me ordering them separately or coming through limited editions of games. Here's a bunch of my Switch games. I'm not going to go through every single one. That'd be ridiculous. Xenoblade 2, I like the base game overall, but oh gosh, the gacha element kind of annoyed me a bit because a lot of the problems I have with Xenoblade 2 has to do with the mechanics that result from adopting a gacha style for the blade system. But Xenoblade 2 Torna fixed that problem for me, and Torna is probably my favorite combat system in the Xenoblade series. So I hope this is more in the direction they're taking to the future of that series. Skyward Sword is one of my favorite Zelda games, despite it not necessarily being too popular with the rest of the Zelda crowd, but I really love this game. And excited to play through the rest of it, replay through the rest of it, now that I have the HD version for the Switch. There's the original Wii copy of Skyward Sword. Here's the Wii U Games. Who knew that existed? Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. The World Ends With You original DS release. A bunch of 3DS games. Vita. Who knew? Oh my gosh, Vita exists? What is this? Danganronpa. Love that series. Played on the Vita. I played the original first game through a fan translation on the PSP. So it was really exciting seeing it released on Vita. There's the PS5 with a Sly Cooper Funko on top of it. I don't really like Funko Pops, but this specific one for Sly is really awesome. The stand is actually part of the game, basically, where Sly can stand like that on a bunch of spires in game. So a really creative thing to do with Sly stand. And please, Sly Cooper 5, where are you? And just give me that series back. And a bunch of my controllers, PS3, PS4, PS5, the wireless GameCube style controller for the Switch, the Pro controller, got it's dark here. Xbox controller that I use for the computer because I don't really have an Xbox. And let's get some lighting in here. There's the Switch with the Zelda Joy-Cons, and the lighting's still bad because it's so dark here in this corner. There's the computer. There's a nice little Roxy coaster. There's a this is a phone stand I got from the Steins Gate Zero Special Edition. I actually use it. There's the computer monitor, of course. There's my Discord on the second monitor. There's the TV with SCART Nexus ready to be beaten finally. And there's the webcam up there. The reason it's up there is because I was experimenting with VR stuff, seeing how that would work if I tried to capture it. This is the Bo40 mouse pad that came with the limited edition. That's just random stuff you don't need to worry about. And here's the game collection, the big one. All the PS4 games. We're not gonna go through all of this, that'd be nuts. Yeah, lots of games. Here's the Falcom section. Basically, like, most of this is supposed to be alphabetized, and down here at the very end is like the Falcom section. Tokyo Xanadu, Trails, import of Hajimari, and a bunch of steelbooks. And here's some anime. Like, here are the big bucks, the Aniplex releases, because they're the most expensive, like Monogatari, Mahoka movie, SEO movie, Toradora. Tons of anime, Haruhi, Solid Voice, Hyoka, Demon Slayer. I imported the movie, and I did not watch the movie until I got the import, so I didn't go to a theater. I waited to get this, and there's actually English subs on the import Blu-ray, which is why I bought it in the first place. And I'll worry about putting that back later. Hyoka, Attack on Titan, Naruto, Land of the Lustrous, underrated. Or I should say underwatched, because it's rated highly. Snow White with the red hair, Konosuba, Bungo Stray Dogs, Soul Eater, Railgun. I ordered the first season, that should come in at some point, right? Kabaneri, My Hero. This stuff is not anime. But I love How to Train Your Dragon. 4K John Wick, 4K Into the Spider-Verse. Avatar, excellent series. Probably Avatar's probably like the best Western animated thing ever. It's awesome. But yeah, lots of anime here. There's K-On!, Clannad. This is like a KyoAni section basically. And I have some Ruby Blu-rays as well. And then The World God Only Knows. That's an older series that some people might know of, that I really like. And the final part, I guess, is I like to call this the Ecchi Corner. And I think I'll probably have to change these posters eventually, because if I want to take screenshots of my TV and put it on Twitter, it's going to be really weird, especially for, like, if I want to add, like, an actual company in it. It'd be weird to have swimsuit anime characters in it, but yeah. Mujina from Dainen Zenon, Yume from Dainen Zenon, and then Rika and Akane from Gridman, all part of the same universe. Kato, Rem, ReZero, Lena 86, Saten and Frenda from Railgun, Roxy, Mushoku Tensei, and then Kumiko and Asuka from Hibike Euphonium or Sound Euphonium. But yeah, that's the collection, guys. Long video for all this stuff. But yeah, guys, that's the collection. I probably went too in depth on a lot of the stuff here, but I just wanted to show off everything I had. And if there's anything you want me to like expand upon, I'll like take that as a suggestion and maybe possibly do a video on that. So there you go. That's the room. I want to celebrate the 10K sub milestone. Very, very late. Also, part of my birthday, and then also partly to celebrate the new direction of the channel. So again, guys, thank you so much for following me and supporting me so far into this channel's life cycle, and I'll continue to dish out content. Tomozaki Volume 6.5's review will be the next video that's coming out for me, unless like I can do something really quick that I'm like inspired to do. But yeah, that's the next thing that's coming out is Tomozaki 6.5. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this vid. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like, sub to the channel, follow me on Twitter, and join the Discord. And this is Lorne, your Guild Advisor, signing out.
渦を巻く雨雲から差し込んだ